Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. This is Hillary with Hillary's Happy Nails, and today we are playing with gel polish. These gel polishes are magnetic. As you can see, I've got my little magnetic wand here ready to go. I absolutely love magnetic polishes, but I find that gel magnetic polishes are so much easier to work with because you can kind of freeze that cat eye with the light, with the UV or with the light, the LED or UV light. So I thought it would be fun to play around with some of the gel polishes I picked up. I got these all off of Amazon. This set right here is actually still available, but the other set they have is not. So I'll put the link for these in the description box if anybody is interested in picking them up for themselves to play with. And with that, we will get started. These are just numbered. So we have 1, 2, or not 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these ones go over a black base because they are more sheer. So let's zoom you in. So this is 102. And this is, we'll kind of like, look at this. This is a kind of yellowy, pinky. So we'll see what happens when we get this on the nail. We'll do one coat of this over the black. And then I'm gonna right away magnetize it because, and I'm just gonna hold it there for a few seconds to make sure that all the particles gather in a nice line. And isn't that beautiful? And then over here I've got my black light, so I'm gonna cure that real quick. And there we go. That's so beautiful. I'll move the black light away so you can see we have that orangey yellow line. Perfect. Great cat's eye. Now we'll move on to 103. And 103 is this beautiful purpley blue. There we go. So we'll paint that on in one nice coat. And we'll do the cat's eye on it. Hold it there for a few seconds to make sure we get a nice crisp line. There we go. And I will flash cure that with my light over here. And there we go. Oh, we got a little hair there. There we go. All right, let's get that in focus. So we got a beautiful purple line. All right, so we will move on to 104. And this is a gorgeous green. Beautiful. And then we'll do that cat's eye line. I personally like the cat's eye. I know a lot of people like the velvet style, but I don't have one of those 5-pound or 30-pound, I don't know, magnets. So I don't really do the velvet style all that often. There we go. And I will cure that over here. Give it a good flash cure so those particles don't move. And there we go. That's a gorgeous green. And we will move on to, oops, sorry about that, 105. And this is a beautiful pinky purple. Here we go. gorgeous. And look at the magnet. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And we'll flash cure that. And there we go, is that gorgeous pink line over that black. How pretty are those? And like I said, these are still available on Amazon if you want to pick them up. I'm not getting anything from them. I paid for them myself. I just think that they're a lot of fun to play with. So this is 106, and this is a bluey purple color. Ooh, that's like a multi-chrome. Pretty, pretty. All right, and then let's see what we get when we do the cat's eye, or the cat eye. Hold that there for a few seconds. Ooh, very pretty. All right, let's flash cure that. And there we go. Those are the 5 cat's eye gels that I have from Amazon. Some of them work a little bit better than others, or maybe it was just my technique. Maybe I wasn't moving fast enough, so we had a little bit of that particle separation, but I think we did a really good job. And then the next collection that I have are all more solid colors. So we will start with 48, and this is 48 through 53. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a base coat of all the colors and then cure them, and then we'll do the cat eye second. So there we go. That is 48. And then some of these you might have to do 3 coats, because when you're working with gel, you always want to make sure you're doing a thin coat. You don't want to go too thick and gloopy, because it won't dry in the, it won't cure all the way in the light. So you always want to make sure you're doing thin coats. Number 50. And this is a beautiful purple. Number 51 is a gorgeous teal green. Ooh, are you in screen? There we go. Okay. There we go. A little bit different than the first one. A little darker. Number 52 is going to be this like reddish pink. And number 53 is orange. All right, I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna cure all these under the light, and then we'll come back and do the cat eye. All right, we're back, and these are all cured. So we will start back at number 48 with the pink. And like I said, on your natural nails, we're just doing this to save some polish. But on your natural nails, you might want to do 2 thin coats and then do the 3rd coat for the magnet, just to make sure that you have full coverage over your natural nail and you don't get any spottiness when you do the magnetic layer. but we're gonna do the magnet, and then you'll be able to see this is kind of like a pink jelly with that, with the magnetic particles in it. There we go. So you can see that's a pink jelly with the magnetic particles, and I'm going to cure that. Give it a flash cure so the particles don't move. And there we go. So you can see it is a jelly, so you might want to, like I said, you might want to do a third coat, but that has a gorgeous pink stripe. Next, we have 49. Okay. There we go. So which do you like better when you do magnetic nails? Do you like the cat eye or do you like the velvet style? Let me know in the comments. Gorgeous. We'll cure that over here. Do you like using gel polishes, or do you stick with just mainly nail polish? Do you like magnetic nail polishes, or do you feel like they're too finicky? Let me know in the comments. So that was 49. Then we have 50, which is this gorgeous purple. And flash cure. And there we go. That is absolutely stunning. Sorry about that. 51. These are so beautiful. Now, like I said, unfortunately, these ones are not available on Amazon anymore, but this company does have other magnetic nail polishes. They have more of a pastel set, and they have a pink set. So if you're interested, when you go to the link for the other ones, you'll see that the other magnetic polishes are listed there, and you can select from one of the three. So there we go. Flash cure. So I have a lot of fun with these. I think they're really beautiful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Which color is your favorite? All right, and then we have 52, which is this gorgeous reddish pink. Oh, I touched it. Uh-oh. That's okay. If it was regular nail polish, it would be a bigger deal, but this is gel, so you can't even tell. All right, we'll flash cure that off camera real quick. There is that gorgeous cat eye line. And last is this orange, which I'm really excited about. This will be gorgeous for fall, and we're coming up on September and October. So this will be perfect for some pumpkin nail art. That one's a little bit, there we go. Okay, there we go. Flash cure that. And there we go. So those are the other colors that I have. So, and then these are the ones that are, like I said, available on Amazon that go over black. So we got ones that just are alone, and you can see they kind of have a jelly consistency to them when you magnetize them. And then the ones that go over black. So let me know what you think in the comments. Which one was your favorite? Do you like playing with gel polish, or would you rather stick to regular nail polish? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.